Downtown Cleveland, major changes are coming to Public Square thanks to a $750,000 investment. Our Gabby Hart joining us now in the studio. And Gabby, this project is trying to make downtown more attractive to live, to work, and to play.
That is correct. It is focused on new businesses, a more inclusive atmosphere, and creating more foot traffic. But the challenge here is that downtown, it just feels so spread out. So this organization is responsible for securing that money, and they also are planning on changing that.
Something that makes the environment even more inviting to families.
Michael Deemer, the CEO of Downtown Cleveland, Inc., just scored a big win. $750,000 in funding from the state to give Public Square a makeover. And this is all a part of a bigger plan to revitalize downtown Cleveland, making it more inviting for people to come. But there is a catch, or rather a goal.
We want to attract more feet on the street, more people in the square.
The population of those living downtown has grown 31% since 2010, but it's a spread out area and people aren't walking from place to place as much as they could. So Deemer says the goal is to make downtown Cleveland more walkable.
Is there, an image in your head, an idea of how that happens?
It's creating more light, color, and sound that connects our assets in downtown. Being a more walkable downtown is not just about things being close together. It's about creating a pedestrian experience, a walking experience that people want to engage in.
And that's where the funding comes in.
Spent on the planning and design and construction of improvements to the square. And we think with that amount of money, we'll be able to cover the expenses of the project and bring some really quality, family-friendly improvements to downtown.
But we can't ignore the elephant in the room. Downtown has seen its share of trouble lately. So can this revitalization plan create a downtown where people feel safe enough to walk around and enjoy all it has to offer?
We've seen quite a few incidents. Have you guys thought about that in this revitalization plan?
We're working with our law enforcement partners to make sure that we're addressing safety issues.
Yeah, so we'll be watching to see how all of this unfolds as they work to reshape downtown Cleveland. And of course, we will keep you posted every step of the way. Nikki?
Now your night.